What's up, guys? Brian here. So, right now, I don't know if you guys should really buy anything, whether that be crypto, real estate, vehicles, stocks and options and stuff. The only real thing that maybe you should buy is way out of the money put options to bet against some of these, some of these stocks out there or the entire S&P 500. So here's kind of some of my thinking. So Jerome Powell, obviously, he, on Friday basically said that, he looks to keep the interest rates high through 2023. Obviously, there was a knee-jerk reaction like that. We're seeing kind of repercussions of that in the crypto market as well. Investors from all accords are getting kind of hit from various different angles, and it seems to be very, very hard to figure out where to run. Now, one of the things it's like, okay, are there always going to be niche situations that there could be a great deal? Let's say in real estate. And let's just say someone, a neighbor or something, say they passed away, and then you talk to the family members and they were out of state family members trying to figure out what to do with the property or something like that. And then you made an offer on it and you got a good deal, and there was no real estate agents involved, so on and so forth, and you just ended up going to the title company or going to the county recorder's office and basically get everything recorded and stuff like that. And you kind of cut out some of the additional, and it was in a decent market, and you had your numbers and your controls. And then your strategy was maybe a longer term strategy where it was a rental strategy or something like that. And are there deals out there? Maybe, but they're going to be very, very few and far between. And when you get into these type of things, you're like a salmon trying to swim upriver in these markets that are entering a bear market or recession type territory. So that's what we have going on here in real estate, in crypto, in various different markets and stuff. Now the car market, there are maybe a few opportunities here and there to capitalize on certain situations, but people have overpaid way too much for very, very basic cars. You're seeing Honda Accords and stuff that were going for $48,000 that were used, just absurd stuff. Obviously, Tesla Model S's, the prices skyrocketed on some of those and everything like that. So I don't know really how much appreciation we're going to get on some of this stuff. Lamborghinis, potentially there's an opportunity there because Lamborghini is basically, for various reasons, whether it be supply chain or otherwise, it looks like they're not going to be making any cars for 2023, and they're going to start, kind of rolling out 2024 models, kind of in the future and stuff like that. So it restricts the supply, and so the Lamborghini brand could be that much more highly coveted for people to tuck money away there. And you have a very, very kind of specific situation with the Lamborghinis. Other supercars as well. There might be some particular opportunities there. The BMW i8 is one that I've looked at various times and stuff like that. It does get very, very good gas mileage because it's a plug-in hybrid, and they made it between 2014 and 2020, and they only basically imported less than like 2,000 BMW i8s per year in the United States. So the quantity of them wasn't that much. Over time, you have various breakdowns, various wrecks and stuff like that. So the supply becomes more limited. So there are kind of niche situations or kind of like oddity situations that there might be some sort of investment where you don't lose too much money. It ends up being like maybe a little bit more of a hedge and maybe makes sense for you for what you're doing. Other than that, though, a lot of this stuff that's going on, very, very concerning situations. Obviously, real estate, all you have to do, get on Zillow.com and, just go to Phoenix, Arizona, and start clicking around on houses that are for sale, and you're going to start seeing the price cuts. Like big price cuts and multiple price cuts. You see properties that, it's been like listed lower, price cut, maybe 4 price cuts totaling up to like $100,000, on a property that's maybe like 390,000 or 450,000, various different price points like that. So significant percentages on their price cuts. And like we said, a lot of these companies, whether it be Zillow, Open Door, various different home buyers like that, they basically ended up upside down on these. They just were throwing money at it and stuff like that, and then just figured they were going to turn around and relist it for higher, and then the music has stopped on that little gig, and obviously everything changed with the interest rates and stuff like that. So I think that if you're trying to do fix and flips in a lot of these different cities, you would really have to have your numbers really, really, really on point, and you're on quicksand essentially, trying to do the rehab and to, finish that timely, and then basically get out of this market before it, completely kind of erodes away. There's going to be a lot more buying opportunities, guys, in the next 6 months to a year to year and a half and stuff, whether that be in crypto, whether that be in the stock market, whether that be in real estate and stuff like this. So this whole thing can go on, obviously for a couple years. And you have to understand, though, too, that it's just like, what is the value of the US dollar? And it's really hard to say because they're able to, just print all this money out of thin air. They're able to, basically, erase a debt. We just saw with the student loan stuff. And I don't necessarily want to kind of get into that of the pros and cons of that, but it just kind of really goes to show you, it's like, well, we can just kind of get rid of this debt or sort of kick it down the road or just kind of like loop this in, basically for votes. So the politicians, they're going to, promise this, promise that. And, to some degree, that's going to earn them some, that's obviously going to earn them some votes come election time and stuff like that. And so, we get the thing, we're dealing with it. It's just, it is what it is. We just have to react to it. There's not a lot that we can do about that. And people say, oh, well, we can go out and vote and this, as long as the elections aren't rigged and everything like that, I guess we can go out and vote and try to make changes there. So, but that being said, we just have to roll with the punches and try not to let our value and our hard work erode away. And to be honest with you, right now, with the comments that are being made from the Fed, with the current administration and stuff that's in place, and just all the money that's been printed in the last couple of years, I just think we have a long road. There's going to end up kind of being a little bit of a reset, and people are out of money. You do realize that the real estate market right now is inflation adjusted, is more expensive right now than it was in the last housing bubble in 06. So in 06, 07, housing prices are more expensive right now, even with inflation adjustments. That being said, the inflation kind of calculations are always kind of suspect. Oftentimes seems a lot higher than what's purported. But that being said, according to the official numbers and stuff like that, inflation adjusted, it is higher, and wage growth has not kept pace with that. So you have this situation where the median prices are so much higher, like multiples of 10 and 11 times what a person earns on average and stuff like that. And so that's way out of whack historically. Very, very concerning. And I've mentioned in some of my other videos the amount of people that I have ran across that have like literally like 2 jobs, and then maybe they're trying to kind of drum up some more money on the side and stuff like that, is actually pretty shocking. And no knock on them. They're trying to get ahead. They're trying to stay afloat. They're looking for extras. But when you have people working 50, 60, 70, 80 hours just to kind of live a basic existence, and then when the tide goes out, things are going to get that much tighter and stuff like that. So I just don't see that particular situation ending well. So that's my assessment, guys. I just really don't think there's a lot of good buying opportunities out there right now, whether it be, and different markets are different. Let me preface that. Buying a property in Indianapolis, Indiana, or potentially like a Columbus, Ohio type place is different than buying a property in an Austin, Texas, or a Phoenix, Arizona right now. The metrics are different there, so you're going to get potentially a little bit better value and that kind of thing. But there's something to be said, like people don't necessarily want to deal with the winters in Indianapolis, Indiana. But it is a legitimate city, and there is a lot of economic opportunity and businesses that have moved there, and it is geographically kind of good location for logistics and stuff like that. So, possibly that market kind of holds up a little bit better than some of these other markets. That being said, what do you guys see as opportunities? Because in the crypto market, we're going to have these additional capitulations. You're going to get better buying opportunities. I pretty much guarantee it. And as long as you kind of start to feather back into that and kind of be patient, exercise some patience, but not pass up the opportunity. Don't totally dismiss it. We will have additional crypto booms, and eventually real estate will fall to a level that strategies can get executed and stuff. And if you kind of set yourself up, there is going to be a huge opportunity, and that could set you up for the next 10, 20 years or for the rest of your life. That being said, what opportunities are you guys seeing out there, and what are you guys doing to sort of hunker down in this economic uncertainty, in this recession that we're already in? We're already there. It is happening, and it is not. It's just going to get worse. So let me know in the comments below, and follow me on all social media at Brian Phobos, YouTube, Instagram, Steemit, Twitter, Hive, everywhere. See you guys.